watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hello! Do it like that.
Hello!
Yeah, like that.
Hello!
Not like that.
No, that was awful.
The one you did when I wasn't.
Hello!
Okay, save it for when it's on.
Sorry.
God, you know, I turn off the microphone and you're like, gold. I turn the microphone on and I get, ah! Seriously, ready?
Hello! Damn, it wasn't it either. Damn it. Hello!
That was it!
Alright, this is the one. Hello! Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
So yeah, do it like hey. All right, you ready? From hey.
Hey!
Now.
Hello! Hey! Hello!
We like that.
Throughout my career, I've met a lot of different people. This one right here used to headline Chuckles and Eastside and all these clubs. If you remember Claudia Sherman, Google her, she used to come out with a wedding dress and talk about how her wedding went all awry and this and that. She is here, when a comedian comes to see another comedian, that is the biggest honor a comedian can get. I'm honored that you're here tonight. I love Claudia. Claudia Sherman, back in the day, was a great stand-up comic. We used to do all the clubs around the tri-state area, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, all the clubs. Governors in Levittown. It's going to be a phenomenal night at Governors in Levittown.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm with the Down Now.
It's called the Down and Out, and she's doing a show in the Giggle Room. When are you doing that? October 5th. Governors in Levittown. Go to govs.com for your tickets.
With the Down and Out.
A lot of great comedians, a lot of laughter, good food. Governors in Levittown, get your tickets now. Govs.com. Throughout my career.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi. 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 Hi.
It's Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. Andy's here. I don't know what he's doing. He's
Dancing, dude.
Oh.
I know you only have one leg. You don't know what dancing looks like.
I used to dance. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Coming at you on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, please follow the page. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you'd like to... okay. If you'd like to participate in our conversation today and you want to comment, please do so.
Do it.
But do it on the YouTube feed because that is where we monitor the comments. You'll hear your name, you'll hear your comment, and we'll talk to you.
It sounded like you said YouTube feet.
YouTube, well, I don't say feet. I say foot. YouTube feed. Right above, well, slightly above Andy's head is the phone number if anybody feels like calling today. We'd love to hear from you as we hang. There it is. As we hang out and actually got to go you got to spin that wheel.
I like it. It just doesn't spin fast enough.
No.
If it did like an intermittent speed up,
right? Yeah,
that would be probably would have looked really fucking cool.
It was a lot of work for a whole lot of nothing. I mean, what I can do, I can go like this at the snap of a finger. Oh, yeah, you're right. I went quick. I went the wrong way.
Switch your back. Switch your back.
I'm crushing you.
And not in a comedy sense.
No.
I crushed it out there. Okay.
I crash your head.
The crusher.
Your head is now being crushed. Good luck drinking your coffee while your head is crushed. I love the kids in the hall.
Oh, I'm going Bugs Bunny when Bugs was wrestling that guy. And in this corner, the crusher.
Yeah. Well, this is like I crush your head.
Yes.
I'm crushing it.
You know, I have a question.
Ooh. I like questions.
Something just reminded me of when I yelled out the crusher. I immediately started thinking that it was maybe too loud for the mic and I maybe like caused distortion and stuff. I've had two people. You tell me. I've had two people tell me that that when I have people in here.
When you have people in here.
When I have people in here.
You have people in here.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm I'm super
Okay.
focused on what you're saying.
I've had 2 people tell me that the guests or people sitting in this seat in particular can't be heard.
What?
Yeah, see, I don't.
That's no, because 90% of the people that sit in this seat particularly.
Yes. Right. All right, and then I turn it up.
Right. But I always get right up on the mic because
Yes, you're good at it.
It's we had a conversation earlier about like different things, but Joe Winchell, one of the things that he has said, he's like it just seems like the microphones don't work. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. I've been in there. It's because you should be up on them, which a good mic should be that you are right up on it.
So he has said it to you too?
Yeah. I told you this a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean this.
But
I
it
don't
was
have a
in
problem
reference to like people can hear me fine.
Right.
I've watched it.
But that's all right. But this is why I'm questioning it, because even my mother just yesterday, my mother said she had trouble hearing my brother when he was in here yesterday. Yeah.
Well, that's from a lifetime of not listening to him.
Well, that's from me. My mother listens to him. Yeah, she said she couldn't hear Frank yesterday, so I was with her, and I grabbed it on my phone, and I turned it on. I heard him just fine. So I know you're right. There are plenty of people, and I turn the mic up because they go back,
right.
and I do sometimes. I've said to people, like, you're a performer,
right?
You talk to the mic, but other times I haven't, and I'll just turn it up. But in yesterday in particular, though, I checked it, and I heard him just fine.
So there was a question in this?
Well, I wanted to know if you guys agree that you can't hear people.
Oh, so this is more for you guys.
My mother. So I said it to my mother. Well, you too, because you watch.
Yeah,
you're nice enough to watch a chunk of the time.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Lately, this last month or so has been crazy at work. So I only get pieces of it, which pisses me off.
That's I'm grateful for just that. So, but it was funny because I hear it just fine. I turn to my mother. I go, I can hear him. She goes, well, it's probably different because it's on my computer. All right, I wanted it, and she's probably listening now, and she's probably yelling at the computer right now. But I just put my phone down. Like, how do I tell my mother that doesn't matter?
What's your mom's first name again?
I'm
Nice.
joking. It's Ann.
All right, Ann. Here. Go ahead and turn up the volume right now.
I'm not even sure if she knows how to do that.
Just turn it up all the way. And
Keep
I'm
going.
gonna give you a second to
Keep going.
to turn it all the way up. Turn it all the way up. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I'm getting a phone call later.
One of my favorite fucking stories about Monty Python is that they wanted I saw it on one of their documentaries that they wanted to do an episode where they slowly lowered the recording volume.
Oh, that's funny.
And then, so throughout the whole thing, the idea was that the pensioner, I think it was Terry Jones, that the pensioners would get up and slowly turn up the volume on the televisions, and at the very end, we would play the music at full volume. Dun, 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 dun. And the BBC was like, "You absolutely are not allowed to do that."
Fremder says comment. Okay. Greg Halverson, got to get close to the mic. Exactly.
Yeah.
Greg Halverson, who is in every single play on Long Island. When he's been in here, he's a true professional. He gets right up
and probably still make sure that he's using his diaphragm to throw the voice
and using his diction to speak clearly.
That's how I like to use my dick.
Oh yeah, I'm getting yelled at by my mother already.
Nice.
Wow, I'm surprised.
What
It
did
just
you say?
it just said what with a question mark and an exclamation point.
What?
But it was all was all capital letters. I'm surprised, Ma, you knew how to just do that to make all capital letters. I'm proud of you.
Vicky's the only one who understood the assignment.
I've never had a
so
problem
far.
hearing Andrew because
Greg
he's
did too,
right and close to the mic. Frank is softer spoken and was further away from the mic. Mike's voice is lower, so it's more difficult. Yeah, well, and I did. I called Frank on it yesterday. At one point, he did. He kind of leaned back, and I said to him, I said, there's a mic. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Mike Kaplan, he is soft spoken, but
I just love
he gets close to the mic too. So
when I come in here every week, it's like this. And I always this is part of my routine is to
right.
get it up to here so that I am now like naturally speaking
That
down
might be
into
part of it too, because we do have a lot of people that will come close, but
Yeah.
it's down here. Yeah,
No,
you're right.
Up.
And then Kaplan, he's got like a weird. Like, have you seen him? He talked about it a few weeks ago.
Well, he also has like a lot of bass in his voice.
Yes,
like,
he has a very deep.
so-
He's got a good speaking voice.
Yeah,
but he's got a weird thing. Like he likes to play with the foam. He did even talk. Mom, don't look.
Does he do this?
He does.
Two
He's-
hands.
No,
and
he sits here and like squeezes it like the Charmin.
and
He
spins
just-
it.
All right. So anyway,
Huck to it.
Greg Halverson says yes from the diaphragm. Not only is Greg Halverson
From
using his
the
diaphragm,
diaphragm.
talking from his diagram and speaking clearly, but he's also doing 2 other plays at the same time.
Oh, that's super cool.
That's how talented he
That's
is. At the
fucking
very
cool.
same moment, he's like in between lines. He comes back here and talks.
I mean,
and
obviously,
goes back.
I mean, not knowing him well or anything, other really just superficially, but that obviously shows that he has a true love for it, and he's getting to do.
The guy is
For it. And I love hearing that. I love hearing
Oh.
when somebody loves something and is doing the thing that they
Yeah, but I
love.
was joking. I said he'll say a line and then he comes here and talks and then goes back and says the line. That's what I said.
Oh, all right.
So, but yeah, he is literally in I don't think I've ever known the guy to not be in at least 2 productions at the same time. And congratulations to him.
He's always got to play on the side.
Oh! Congratulations to Greg. His one of his short films made it into the New York Long Island Film Festival, which is in October.
Congratulations, bud.
Guess who else made that festival? Don Sill.
Uh-huh.
He filmed a short with Fudge the Comedian and Mary Capone. And no, calm down. And that also made it into the festival. So yeah, congratulations to them. And I owe Don Sill an apology.
Claudia Bonavita, also in the Long Beach Film Festival. She's in the Long Beach International Film Festival. She made a documentary about
Long Island comedy or something.
I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's Lou Pratt is in it.
Yeah, right.
And
What was that?
That was me pointing. Like, how lazy am I that like I couldn't do?
But why did you feel
Lou Pratt's?
Yeah, that was definitely lazy. But why do you even feel the need to point at me when you said Lou Pratt's?
Because like Lou Pratt's.
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a shorthand. Like I don't have to
Right.
say those things.
Oh, okay.
I can do it with a nonverbal hand gesture, which is lazy enough.
So I should do Becca Plagainos, like Becca Plagainos.
We
know a lot of the same people, so we're going to be pointing at each other
That's
all
true.
day.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I know that I've often
Fat
done
J.
it. Fat J.
Mike
It's not necessarily like a full on point. Like
so this is
it's
the
more of
equivalent
a
of this?
gesture, more of like a Fat J is actually like the verbal part. Like that's what.
Yeah, but you're
doing
more
that.
educated than me.
But I was like,
I'm lowbrow.
it was like, but it ended up being like, Lou Pratt. Like that. That's what this. That was the. While this is, Fat J, hand gesture.
So Lou is not
Right.
worthy of the hand. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I feel bad now. I'm realizing that I may have fucking accidentally dissed my boy Lou.
Yeah.
And he's got my number one fan, Brian. Part of my wives and girlfriends, even though he's not a wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, you scared me there for a second.
But I always say that I'm everybody's second favorite, everybody's mom and girlfriend and wife's favorite second comic after their loved one.
Yeah, on Wednesday when I did the show here, it was 9/11, and we were talking about the anniversary. Carol Miner called, and we spent a lot of time on the phone, which I loved. She had a lot to say about the day, and
right,
which was fantastic. But when we ended the call, last thing she said, "I am still Andy Plagainos' number one fan." I know. Yep. Ooh.
Carol, I appreciate you.
There she is.
You are my number one fan, and I am your number one fan as well. Everything's very. I like how she said thank you here to Vicky and says Vicky T. Vickety. Yeah, that's
Carol. That you. Oh, thank you so much for your call. Oh, I just talked about it. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful to hear about your friend. Yeah, it was. It was a nice call, and it was a nice chat. Yeah, Greg says he has a sickness. Yeah. And Ann Rothney is watching from California. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Ann, how did you even stumble upon us? Because it's just hitting me now. She's from California, so it's got to be like, what is it, 8 o'clock in the morning over there?
Oh, I'm so bad at this.
I think it's
I'm
3
not
hours
actually
behind.
bad at this. Yes, it is 3 hours.
So she starts her day with us. She has her morning coffee and her cereal and her fruit.
Right.
And I would lose my appetite if I started my day watching
with you.
us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, I've been saying that for years since I've been here. I'm sick of hearing myself. I've never talked so much in my life.
Be like, Ann, what is the NPR suck by you? There's no paint drying in the neighborhood somewhere that you could be watching?
I'm just glad what's-his-face isn't watching.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even.
Well,
I know. I saw. I happened to be seeing when you said "go fuck yourself."
Oh yeah. Like that. No, but I also reported him yesterday. To Facebook, to YouTube.
I also several times. Every comment, because you can do it individually on every single comment.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. It's 8:20 there, and Carol's
8:20. Dude, that's 4 more better than 4:20.
Oh, Ann found out about us from Mickey Delaney?
Nice. Mickey, you rule, dude.
All right, yeah, thanks, Mickey. All right, so what do we got going on here today? Oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, bring it, baby. Coming in hot.
I mentioned it quickly yesterday, but Frank hardly speaks on here, so it didn't really go anywhere.
Frank's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's the nice one.
Frank's the best thing about Thursday shows.
Next Thursday, we don't have a musical guest. We have a regular guest.
Aww.
But this Monday, I meant to ask Frank. Frank, if you're watching, Richie Byrne is coming in here on Monday.
Oh.
So, sorry. So if you want to come, because Richie sings, so if you want to come Monday, and we'll get him to sing a few tunes. Just like last time. Last time he was here.
Yeah.
Him and Frank sang together. So, Frank, if you want to come in Monday, Richie Byrne, he's here on Monday with us. He's on Donversations next Friday, and you can also see him next Friday here at Governor's. So, a lot of Richie Byrne next week. And you guys are showing your age.
No, I knew you were saying thank you.
Thank you. Short for thank
but
you.
it's funny that it ends up working out that way. Like Andy T.Y. wouldn't have looked, or Tony T.Y., Tony T. Like it wouldn't have, Vickety, though. That looks like it might actually be a word.
Yeah, that's because she put the
like, and it's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Like it's Vicky, like, because that's the syllable is Vicky.
I thought she was like being silly.
Even though it's Vicky, it's 2 syllables, but it's like the way it's written is like dictionary.
Oh, I see
like,
what you're saying, yeah.
Vicky.
Right.
T.
Right.
Vicky.
I thought she was being cute, like, hey, Vickety. Lickety Vickety.
Now you're getting.
All right, so anyway.
Saucy.
I mentioned yesterday, quickly, to Frank, I started watching this documentary series on Netflix. Whatever. Called The Sons of Sam.
I have seen that.
You have?
I have, because I have a connection that I did not know I had. I have 2 connections.
Oh, because
I know one of which is I was a child in Astoria at the time of that.
Right.
When this was when Son of Sam was actually going on, but I was like way too young. Son of Sam was always. It's funny. There were 2 things that kind of symbolized serial killers or like how dangerous it was, and Son of Sam was definitely like the number one. The other one is Adam Walsh being kidnapped.
Oh, okay.
That was huge as a kid in New York.
Where were they from?
New York. Or maybe it wasn't Adam Walsh, but it was like another kid that it was right around the same time as Adam Walsh. It was like a Jewish kid who got kidnapped in like Brooklyn or something like that, and just like completely disappeared. But Walsh's dad became the America's Most Wanted or whatever it was. Host, yeah.
Not the Most Wanted.
But Son of Sam. So I watched that documentary, and it was when they got to North fucking Dakota, Minot, North Dakota, and I was like, and it's funny when I saw it, I actually wrote a Facebook post, and I was like, hey, Minot guys, friends, how is it I made it through 3 years there without anybody fucking saying this to me? And then my buddy Mike Muncie, who was actually at my first wedding, Muncie's like, dude, you didn't know about that? Yeah, we used to talk about it on the flight line all the time. And I'm like, Oh, because I worked in an office. You weren't going to talk to me about
Your
this.
office management scum.
Like, I am from the place where this fucking that shit was going down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really got spooky for me because it really, in the long run, wasn't that long before I got there.
You were there, what, 20 years later?
Not even. I was there in 95 is when I got there.
18.
That's what I'm saying. It was but just short of 20 years. And really, there would absolutely be people there who knew him.
Yeah.
And knew the whole breakdown, like all those guys that were, all the shit that went down there. So, anyway.
But that's why I'm bringing it up again today with you, because when I saw that, I immediately was like, oh, Andy. I was like, holy shit. But this... Sorry, go ahead.
Vicky's 100% right. It was Eaton Pat's, but it happened at the same time as the Adam Walsh thing, and that's what we used to kind of joke around is why aren't they talking about Eaton?
Yeah.
Or Eton. I think it might even be pronounced Eton.
Oh, I don't even know.
Andrew, check your messenger. All right, Andrew. I'll check my messenger. You'll have to check my messenger if you want to see that. Well played, Fremder. Well played.
But yeah, that I haven't finished the series, but I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to because it freaked me out.
Oh, dude, it's super freaky. I got fucking. That's what I'm saying. I started getting real nervous. See, there it is. More.
I think it's me. I'm just not worth the.
Well, I think maybe I'm because I want to be right up on my phone.
So my mother can hear you.
So Tony's mom Ann can hear me. I'm leaning on the desk. And
I don't know if I have to wash that thing now or just get a brand new piece of foam.
I think we canceled out. Our bacteria is canceled out. Whatever.
It seemed like COVID was spiked again, but I just
smells better than it normally does.
Well, Frank was on it yesterday.
Not that anybody, because usually everybody.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So really, it's my own stank that I fucking end up.
And speaking of stink, we have two guys from New Jersey coming.
Oh.
New Jersey stench today at 1:00.
That's like Lake Tahoe.
What?
Lake Tahoe. Do you know what Tahoe means in that local Native American language?
No.
Lake.
So it's Lake?
No. It would be Tahoe Lake because you have to translate both words. You're not allowed to just translate one.
Or Tahoe.
So Lake Tahoe is Tahoe Lake in that local language.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I've been saying that one for years.
Greg says to finish the documentary, it's good.
What's
the name of the show again? It's called The Sons of Sam. You know, Son of Sam? It's Sons of Sam.
Mindhunters, Vicky. I love Mindhunters. And but that is a dramatization. This is actually The Sons of Sam is a straight up documentary.
Right.
So I mean both are great, and I do think everybody should watch Mindhunters. You're 100% right. But just to differentiate, because I know some people I know don't like fictional stuff, and some people don't like documentaries.
Very interesting documentary and very good, but it gets really deep into the occult and that whole way of life.
Well, what was going on at that time? But the thing is none of it's see. Here's where I'm not going to get scared by that end of it. Is like that none of that is actually real. Are there people who believe it, and is that scary? For sure. But
what do you mean? What's not
like
real?
the satanic stuff? Because the satanic panic was
no. What I'm asking,
a big thing at that
are you
point
saying
in
that
time,
you're saying that you're not saying that these people aren't doing it?
No.
You're just saying you don't believe in what.
No,
they
it's
believe.
just there's no metaphysical, supernatural aspect to it.
But that doesn't matter. The fact that these guys are doing these things, like they talk about, how their rituals were to behead dogs and drink their urine and drink their blood. Mm-hmm. Like that's freaky stuff. And then they were
gross.
showing pictures.
Yeah.
And they were showing the one reporter that was investigating all this. Somebody showed him this place in the middle of the woods somewhere where they.
Oh, it was right by Berkowitz's apartment.
Right, Yonkers was it?
Yeah, It was right on the border of the Bronx and Yonkers.
Yeah,
and it literally is like across the street basically from where Sammy Berkowitz lived.
Right.
So yeah, no, but see that I guess I always think to myself,
No, Sam Carr.
or
lived.
the other guy. Yes, the guy who really probably
Right.
yeah. But even Berkowitz was not far from
Right.
that fucking.
Yeah, it was basically in between. Yeah.
And
So that's what I mean. So whether it's real or not, these people were really doing these things, and it's fucked up.
so because my dad was always into like
The devil.
the fucking crazy tarot cards and palm reading and crystals and pyramid power and whatnot, I was exposed to a lot of weird dudes who were into weird shit.
Yeah, I bet.
And like a lot
that
of
explains a lot too. By the
yeah,
way.
no, it should.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
I was into Wonder Twins power. Activate.
I you know what's funny is like people don't. This is one of those like jokes I do for myself. It's not even a joke. I just find it amusing. It's funny to me. Is anytime people talk about the Wonder Twins, I go, yeah, one of them was always an animal and the other one was something water related.
Yeah.
No, I just like say that because everybody knows it.
Oh.
And I just I
Does everybody know it though?
Oh, I don't care. Like I mean, when we were kids, Super Friends was
when we were
on,
kids, yes.
and everybody knew because everybody fucking saw it. Now it has changed because it's like it might be a millennial or a Zoomer
absolutely.
going,
Yeah.
"Oh, Wonder Twins! I saw this thing about Wonder Twins," and I'm
My
like,
grandma said something about the Wonder Twins.
and I'll say like, yes, one of them would turn into an animal, and the other would turn into like a state of water. And it's only for myself. It's not. I don't really care if they knew that or not.
All right, but again, this documentary, and Greg liked it, and he likes Mindhunters too. But yeah, Sons of Sam, it freaked me out. It's really kind of weird to think about just all the messed up people out there that are doing things like that.
I guess I hang out with comedians.
Even the
So
see the difference is
disturbing individuals.
the comedians are disturbed, but in a much different way, and they're pussies. They don't have the balls to go out and do what these
That's
devil
true.
worshippers do.
Well,
they just sit in a comedy club and complain.
Because like a lot of dudes, and Billy has a great joke about being a comedian and comparing it to serial killers.
Well, Billy, I could see as a serial killer too.
Like, well, his thing is, well, we both work at night.
Right.
Mainly work at night, and
Right.
if you kill enough, you'll get your own special on Netflix.
Right.
I fucking love that joke so much.
It's true.
And it's 100% true. But
Yeah.
like I remember there was like a period of time where a lot of the guys at the mic had like serial killers, and I'm like, you guys are all talking about fucking comedians being serial killers. I know all of you.
Right.
You're all too much of pussies and lazy ADHD motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
To actually get the motivation to go out and kill anybody.
You hear about actors and musicians who do bad stuff, and some of them end up getting arrested. I can't think of a comedian that's ever who Cosby.
Well, not just Cosby. I'm talking about like storming the fucking Capitol.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even have to go that far back.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
Oh my God, you're right. I take back everything I've said in the last 2 minutes.
Off topic, Alien Romulus, best alien movie to this
Still
day.
haven't seen it.
My son saw it twice, and yeah, he loved it. He loved it.
Oh, we went to Beetlejuice.
And you
on
liked
Friday.
it?
I enjoyed it. So it's hard to like to talk about this and not give spoilers because Beetlejuice is one of those movies that people like Ghostbusters. They have like a serious connection to. Like
Okay.
So I don't want to give any spoilers. It is very easy. It would be easy to not like the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 35 years later.
Yeah.
And they have to update you. It is a sequel.
Right.
So and it has every character or almost every character, very few characters that are not represented in this movie.
Right.
And so there's a lot of work to be done, and I think people forget Tim Burton is Tim Burton, and like he has that air of ridiculousness,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that he brings to the thing. It's the dark end of absurdism, right? Like, and so there's some absurd stuff. There was absurd stuff in the first Beetlejuice.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
we've seen it so many times. It's been part of the pop culture for such a long time that you just accept those things. But at the
Back
time,
then,
it was like,
that was a shocker.
what
back
the
then.
fuck is he doing? Like
Yep.
when
He was new at the time.
when Alec Baldwin and
Gina
Gina
Davis.
Davis like make their faces into like to try to scare
right,
the Dietz family out of the house.
right.
That was ridiculous. And I remember being like, that's so fucking crazy. Like, why would that be what he comes up with?
Right, right.
But it was like, oh, cool. This is super cool. And I mean, a couple of years later, we get Batman, and it's like, that was treated in sort of an absurdist kind of way.
Oh, without a doubt. That's my favorite Batman movie. God,
But,
I love that movie.
I think The Batman is
Oh, that was great.
such an amazing just movie. Forget
Yes.
about like a superhero movie.
Yep.
Robert Pattinson's just fucking nails it.
Yep.
Like Batman Year 2, holy shit. I didn't, it was like, oh, fucking vampire. and then I it's Batman, so I'm going to go see it. And then it was like, okay, my mad respect.
Yep.
Mad respect, because that was fucking legit. And what's her face? Lenny Kravitz's daughter?
Oh,
and Lisa
hot.
Bonet. But she was good. She was
she's
like
a very good
totally-
actress,
She was
yes.
so fucking good. Like
I've always loved her mother.
like that was like a cool, realistic Catwoman. Fuck all the other ones. I mean, I would like to, but
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. This is the roster: Michelle Pfeiffer, Anne Hathaway, Halle Berry, and fucking Zoe Kravitz.
Hey, don't forget, go back. Don't forget Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt,
And then, and even in the movie, Lee Merriweather.
Lee Merriweather.
Oh,
Okay,
beautiful
They've
women.
always done a good job of.
Is Eartha Kitt, was she good looking?
Eartha Kitt was super hot. She was
Yeah.
very sexy. Santa Baby, like that. She's the original Santa
No, I
Baby.
know, but she never did it for me.
Santa Baby.
All
Really?
the
I
other
always
ones.
thought she was hot.
Yeah? No,
Yeah.
she never did it for me. But all those other ones.
Fucking racist.
Well, no, Halle Berry and
Oh,
Zoe
yeah,
Kravitz.
yeah.
I redeemed
Yeah,
myself.
No, I'm not. I'm totally
No,
not.
it's just-
I've thought about this. Of how much I'm not a racist because I'm super into the smoking hot Halle Berry and the smoking hot Zoe Kravitz.
I've been holding back. I mean, I haven't had Sean Elliott here to pick on.
Oh, I saw him.
Yeah, I saw him too a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot to even tell you guys that. I was here with Don on was it a Saturday night, I think, or a Sunday night? Just a few weeks ago. And we were leaving, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, you stupid bastard. I look over, and there's Sean Elliott. I was like, so I even said to him, I go, where the hell have you been?
I forgot where I saw him, but it was like a bunch of comedians were around.
And then he said, he's like, yeah, I know, I haven't been around. I go, and I did. I got racist on him. I said, so he had a family.
Like how like actually pleased with yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
The way you just said.
Yes.
And I did. I got racist with him.
I had to. Because he claimed he said that, he had to stop coming in because he had a family issue. He was down in Atlanta with his family. So I said, you were not down in Atlanta. I said, you were in jail again. But that's why I love Sean. He laughed.
Right.
And no, he swore. He said there was no way he was in jail, but he really was a family issue. But he is back, and I've seen. Yeah, he's been.
There's been
slowly
there was,
showing
I forget
up.
where the show was.
I want to say McGuire's. Did he go to McGuire's? No, it was one of
Yeah.
the. Was it the Belport Brewery?
No, it wasn't Belport. Because
I did see him post that he went somewhere.
Yeah, then whatever it was, because he was there, and all the fellas were there, and I because he hadn't really, like, some of the guys kind of knew who he was,
Right.
But like a bunch of them didn't, and it was like because after he rolled away, like. They were like, who the fuck was that? And I was like, oh, no, he's a fucking dope-ass comedian. And I told them the story of me and him doing the show with Mario Bosco
Right, yeah.
around Christmas time.
Yeah, what was it, New Hyde Park?
Play New Hyde Park,
Yeah.
the village of New Hyde Park. Well, why don't you play a nice Christmas tune on your guitar? Oh no, even better. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I can just whip
A,
that right
I think
up.
that's a
Bang, bang, bang,
clarinet.
bang.
A, I think
Right,
that's a clarinet.
Exactly, and a full band. Yeah.
Right. But B, I'm like, I don't actually know how to play the guitar, right?
Right.
But anyway.
So, Fremder says, Michelle, sit on my Pfeiffer. Greg Halverson says, Eartha Kitt was sultry.
Yeah.
Good word.
Yeah.
I still disagree, but good word.
Yeah, because racist.
No, Zoe Kravitz. And Zoe Kravitz, she did that TV series of High Fidelity. Remember, you ever see that movie with
I love
John?
that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it around to make it a girl instead of a guy.
okay,
and
that's cool.
Yeah, they made a series out of it. It wasn't bad. And she looked amazing in it. And I thought it was kind of cool because her mother was in the original movie.
Right.
So, and I always loved her mother. Her mother's always, I think she's
Lisa
still
Bonet
looks
was
good.
like a legitimate, like, I remember thinking of her because she's just like a few years older than me.
Yeah, I think
but
she's
just
around
being
my age,
like,
yeah.
dude, like she like is legit, like not just like sexy or whatever, like she's beautiful.
Yes. Yep,
Like
agreed.
like strikingly, like you remember
Yep.
seeing her.
Yeah. I felt that way. I saw Liv Tyler once. Actually, was it? Oh, no. But I saw Liv Tyler once at Radio City. Radio City? Lincoln Center? I don't know, one of those places. And it was the same thing. You just like, you stopped dead in your tracks. You're like, oh my God, she's beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean there's a lot of men out there, but Lisa Bonet, I remember for being a famous, because then she was on the Cosby Show, and I only watched the Cosby Show because it killed Alf.
Nice.
The Cosby Show. Alf was the number one show on Thursdays.
Right.
Until the Cosby Show came along, and because I even think the Cosby Show was on a different night, and they moved the Cosby Show to Thursdays, and then all of a sudden Alf died, and yeah, we were watching it to feel culturally fucking with
I
it.
never liked Alf. I was one of the few.
Ah,
Ugh.
Willie,
I thought it was so stupid.
I'm from Melmac. Jesus Christ, Alf, that's the 5th cat you've eaten. Some of my early impressions.
Well,
were,
it works now because you can talk about eating cats and dogs.
Yeah, dude.
We
we actually said we weren't going to actually talk.
I know. That's why I was about to move on. And we're talking about all these different shows and stuff. Tulsa King returns this weekend.
I noticed that they've been playing it on CBS.
On CBS?
Yeah.
Tulsa King?
Yeah. They must edit it, or I've never seen it. But it was funny because I was like, oh, they got this on CBS, probably because it's doing so well. They're getting it like it's almost like the reverse of what it used to be with streaming services, like Flash. I was watching Flash on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was always like I'd get to the end of it, and it's like, oh, I have to wait for this season to end for next season to come on to Netflix.
Right.
But I think that might be what they're doing.
Wow.
But now broadcast television is getting sloppy seconds.
Right.
On the Tulsa King train.
They must they must have hired a Stallone impersonator to overdub all the cursing and stuff.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be that much of a problem.
There's a lot of Stallone impersonators out there. They could
Listen,
replace the foul,
I like
foul,
when he
foul.
starts kind of going up here and getting clear, and then coming his way back down. That's it's my favorite slide thing to do.
Tulsa King, there's nothing of substance. It's almost like every Stallone movie. There's nothing of substance. There's nothing like super
You're
quality,
the
but you love it.
disease, and I'm the cure.
Exactly.
Fucking, I love that movie.
I'm going to break you. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Or go for it, maybe?
Go for it.
Yeah, but you love it,
though. I wonder if the first draft was like, knock yourself out.
Yeah, right. Still,
the writer's mom is like, do you really want to have him say knock yourself out in the boxing movie?
That's a great little skit, right? You see on Saturday Night Live where he's saying each one, until they get the one that they like.
Knock yourself out. Go with the flow. To each his own.
By Amway.
May the best man win.
A stitch in time saves 9. Not really sure what that means, but don't take any wooden nickels. Where's the beef? like of that time, right? Like,
right.
Yeah. Just do it.
I want my MT.
Yeah. Money for nothing, but your chicks for free. Crazy cross promotional MTV is doing with, and years after they started and became popular.
Yeah, right. Now I'm sitting here trying to think of other.
Dude, this is a new great game. I can't wait to tell because the impression game I usually like to play. I think I've told you this before. Is Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And it's try to get Forrest Gump to say the most fucked up thing that you possibly can get.
Yeah.
Daddy used to tell me if I told Mama about the games we played, he'd hurt her. Daddy used to take me behind the woodshed. We'd play games. But yeah.
I'm
this
cuckoo for cocoa.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. It's like little did you know Ron Reagan actually got that line from the blooper reel from fucking Rocky IV.
That's another movie I saw. I saw Reagan.
Oh, my uncle's in it.
Your uncle's in it?
Yeah. He's the professor he's a college professor who apparently doesn't get along with Reagan or rips into Reagan or something. He went to like a screening in Oklahoma City where most of it was shot because that's where he's a professor at Oklahoma City College.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, because I didn't even know until he posted that.
What's your uncle's name?
Bill Langan.
Oh, I think I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, not Lagoon. Langan.
Gan?
Yep, Langan. Not Langan. There he is.
That's him, yeah.
That's my handsome uncle. The funniest was when he was in an episode of like what is the one fucking Joe Mantegna was in, Criminal Minds.
Oh yeah.
And like he was the victim, the current victim of the serial killer that they were. Like at one point the guy staples his eyes shut, and Becca and I are watching it, and she's sitting to the left of me. She goes, she's like up like on the edge of the couch, like. Going like, oh my god, and then like when he staples his eyes, she goes, oh my god. I'm like, Becca, you have seen him since he filmed this. Like this didn't happen.
Right?
Like, why?
It's a TV show.
You know that guy and you've seen him. So like, how are you so upset by this? But she's like, oh my god, Uncle Bill. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
She must really love Uncle Bill.
Yeah, no, we all love Uncle Bill.
Okay.
He's never quite. He's been in a couple of interesting things. He actually was in a great Law and Order episode where he sort of played a Reagan character, which was like a former politician who obviously is, and that his wife is
Nancy.
Well,
Jane Wyman,
like covering for him.
Oh,
and like because he's dead as the Law and Order is taking place, but they're looking back at old videos to be like, you could tell there was cognitive decline or whatever, and it's my uncle being like, I am happy to, like that's what he's very happy to be part of it.
Right,
like
it's kind of like Peter Bales and Jackie.
It's eerie how similar, because Peter is just as hot as the lady who played my Uncle Bill's wife.
That goes without saying. Peter Bales was he was here last night. It was weird last night. It came in. They had two fundraisers going on. Wasn't a full house, but you would think it was. I mean, there had to have been, I think it was like almost 15 comedians. I don't know how many of them went up.
I thought I'm making like a change in like kind of my comedy schedule.
Yeah.
And I almost said to Bill, like, why don't we go to Governor's and hang out? But I'm happy we didn't.
Yeah, not last night. Yeah. It was weird. The show started 7:30ish, maybe a little later. I left here at 10. The show was still going on.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, but there were so many comedians here. I don't know how many of them went up, but I don't know. Maybe because we're coming off the summer, and the summer's always light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
But
now everybody's like, here
everybody
we
was
go.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay was here. Bales was here. Of course, Les Bayer was here. Keith Anthony was here.
Oh, cool.
Richie Byrne headline.
Oh, this is all fucking Murderers Row kind of.
Carla and Michelle Fox.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
take that back. Carla and Michelle. No.
Nick Mahoney hosted. Luke was here. Joe Cravella was here. And I know Rich Walker was here, who I have not seen on a governor's stage in a very. In fact, I said it to him. I go, "What are you doing here?" I said, "They're letting you back on the governor's stage," and he goes, he goes, "Well, Kevin James is on his way," which he was joking, but
Right.
he goes, "He's on his way." He goes, "But he personally called me to come on the stage to come here tonight," and I go, and I actually felt bad. We're in the green room, so we're all sitting around. And he goes, "Yeah, Kevin James called me personally to come here tonight." And I go, "Yeah, because he needs a ride home after the show."
Yeah, nice.
And a couple of guys started laughing really loud. I was like, "Oh, like I didn't realize." And I kind of felt bad, but Rich can take it. He gives it.
Yeah. Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. No.
So
I love it every time I talk to Rich because like we've not been on a lot of shows together. I would love to take their class. I really, I hate that it's on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And I might be able now that maybe next year when Daphne is in junior high, maybe that'll be because they should. I mean, we're bringing them along. There are nights that they can spend on their own and whatnot. But I don't know if my wife and I are prepared to have that be a weekly thing.
Right. Plus, you're so far away till you're not close, just in case they need something.
Exactly. Like but I can't tell you how much I have wanted to take that class since I took Trusin's class, and I would love to take Trusin's class again.
I would too. Actually.
I know that there is some shit out there about like taking comedy classes, but I think those are stupid people who don't understand how to take gold when it is sitting there in front of you. The access to such experience, such polished, great comedians.
Right.
Like, yeah, are they the biggest names? No, but holy shit! Like these guys are fucking. They're all legit,
Right.
and I would love to learn more from them. So when I see
Bales, being a perfect example.
I barely get to see Bales. That's why when the last time he was here, that I was here, it was such a great. For
that
me,
was
it
a good
was so
day.
great because just to get a couple of minutes of his time.
Yep.
Like, and listen, I'm not pumping their tires to say they're the greatest fucking people who ever walked the face of the earth.
Especially Walker. He's definitely not one of the greatest.
No.
people ever
They're
walked
actually
this earth.
terrible human beings.
Right, but they have good.
But they're
comedy
just great
knowledge.
comics.
Right.
But no, like Rich will tell me, yeah, Andy, I like you look funny, and I'm like, dude, no matter the last time he said that to me, I'm like, Rich, you fucking keep saying that to me, and I can't take it any other way than badly. So I guess I'm asking you, could you please never say that again?
He
Always is like, no, like when you're up there, he's like, your presence up there, like people want to listen. They know that you're going to say something funny because you're presenting this.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, thank you. And I would love to have somebody help, like exploit that.
You definitely, you do have
gravitas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is, and I think because the way your hairstyle and because of the big mustache, and we have that in common. We can.
Oh, the eyes. Yes. No. I've always yeah.
People know that something zany is about to happen.
Right.
Yeah. But if you go with that line of thinking that they're terrible people but good comedians, well then why not just like maybe Zoom with Bill Cosby and get some comedy lessons over him? He could probably use the money at this point.
I'm gonna try to do a Bill Cosby Zooming with me. So you're talking about doing old street jokes, and you play the guitar.
And you do Dracula.
Dracula seems over the top to me. I think maybe you'd want to do something funny. Make the crowd go. Anyway.
I like how you had to take your glasses off for that.
Well, I wanted to do him being blind and like not actually looking.
Oh, is that what that
I'm
was?
zooming, and so he's looking everywhere.
Right, holding on to somebody's shoulder,
and mainly like looking down.
Yeah,
hold on to somebody's shoulder, like he's walking around, like he's not sitting there, like.
You know, maybe you shouldn't make the jokes about the black people having the big cocks.
I can't picture Cosby even saying cocks.
You told me the thing about the Muppets. And I don't think it's a good idea to do the thing about the Muppets being child predators.
Well, not all of the Muppets are child predators. Kermit's the host of the show. Sorry, we can move on.
Andrew's mustache. I knew that's where I left my vacuum attachment. All right.
All right. What did he had a great one yesterday.
Yeah, he had two good ones yesterday. I can't remember.
I only
what
got
they were.
I heard one.
There was one. Oh, he said if me and Frank put our
the
heads
tits.
down, we look like tits.
Oh, that was great.
That was great. And then
that in turn to both of you could look to the left and cough.
Yes.
I like that because it's not specific enough. Like it's nice and like
yeah.
Like most people would say that is like you guys look like a couple of balls.
Right.
Turn your head. Like I like the way that he wrote that.
He towards the end of the show, he said something again that made me crack up. I don't remember what it was. You know what? He remembers. And Andy, what was it?
Pepperidge Farm remembers. We'll wait.
Yeah, right. We'll just sit here.
With the delay and everything.
So I have a couple of things.
Because I'm like, now I am like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, right.
More like Bill Cosby.
So I read this thing. Do you know? You might know who this is. Josh Johnson.
It's like a fucking. So is this a okay? I think there was a hockey player named Josh Johnson, but there also is a musician named Josh Johnson.
Wrong on
both not.
Notable.
So then this might be another Josh Johnson.
Because
obviously it is.
You watch the Daily Show, right?
Not all the time.
Oh, see, I thought you did.
Not daily.
This guy is on the Daily Show. Comedian Josh.
Oh yeah,
Johnson.
yeah. Okay, now
okay.
Okay.
So, apparently he when he gets new material and records it, he releases it online almost immediately.
Okay. Oh, that way he can get like nobody else can do it.
Oh yeah. Well, but here's the weird thing. While most comedians aspire to that hour of new material each year, Johnson has posted more than 22 hours of new material on YouTube since mid-2023.
That's amazing.
Including 5 hours in just 1 month this summer.
Wow.
Now, all right, so now I thought the same thing. Like,
mad
wow,
respect.
That's crazy. And not to take away from the fact that he's writing and can get
that's what I'm mainly focusing on.
Is it polished? Is it good? So and then sure enough, it says some bits are sharp and polished, while some timely jokes sound more like the thoughtful musings of your smart and funny neighbor. So I don't. To me, that's I don't know. I just thought that's fine and good for him, but
all my recordings are kind of like that, but I don't play them out. Like I don't post them.
Yeah, but I'm yes, okay. But I'm also saying like everybody can do like timely stuff, topical stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So fine, he did 5 hours, or he put out 5 hours this summer, but how much of it, like if you watch it 3 years from now, are you going to remember?
Yeah, but that's like the part I'm focusing on from my perspective is the amount of writing that he's doing is impressive, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's all stuff that you can use. He is constantly thinking about comedy, and that is I'm jealous. I am massively jealous over hearing that,
and I agree, but I don't know. To me, what
dude, when I go to the mic, like this comes up every now and then. It's come up recently where a lot of the guys who go to the mic, who have become regulars, who started way after me, they all think that the jokes that I do at the mic is my act. And then they see me in a show and they go, I've never heard any of those jokes.
Right, because that's why we go to open mic, to try the new stuff. Moron.
A long time ago, because when I started, I had like 2 or 3 jokes, and I would go every week, and I would just repeat those jokes. and I started getting sick of it.
Yeah.
And being like, I can't, like, and so it was great because I started writing new jokes. And then once I had, because I could probably do 15 minutes. I have a solid 15 minutes. 20, I would start reaching. 30 there would be 10 to 15 minutes of like, not the
so
best
where are you from?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, not even that. Like, not even crowd work. Just like not great jokes. Because I did that. I told you about the private party I did on the 4th of July.
Right. Yeah.
Where it was 45 minutes, and I think I did 35 of the 45 minutes, and I was like, I mean, it was a shitty situation.
Right. Yes.
But
Yes,
I was like, oh, so I do have 35. I have 35. But I knew not to go around because when I talked to Billy afterwards, I was like. He's like, how much did you end up doing? I'm like, 35. He was like, oh, 35 good minutes? I'm like, 20 good minutes. It was the last 15 minutes. Like, while I did pepper some funny stuff in there, it was a stretch for me. Because I'm just not I'm not doing that on the regular. So when I go to a mic, I'm testing out new jokes. I played you one before we like the Muppet thing that me and Laura riffed. Right. It's now working its way into my act, and I do it less and less and less at mics because I'm becoming more and more happy with it.
Right.
So why am I going to waste my time and everybody's time here with a joke that I know works? Unless I come up with something that changes it or adds to it or whatever, that'd be the only time.
All right, so that's what I'm getting at. So you see, so we're talking about Johnson, not talking about you.
No, but I'm
isn't
in my way. I'm comparing myself.
I know. I'm just being stupid
in that way, and going, wow, he's like 5 hours in a month. Maybe I'll get 20 minutes of new jokes in a month.
But let's say. Because that's almost everybody. Like they don't write at this pace. So, and like you just said, I'm not going to waste my time at the open mic with a joke that I'm already using. But isn't it the same line of thinking? Like, if I know a joke isn't going to work, or if it's topical and nobody's going to get it a year from now, isn't that almost a waste of time?
No. Because I mean, I have my topical. Like, I very rarely do topical jokes.
I've never ever heard you do a topical joke.
Oh, okay. So this, because I keep saying like this is gonna go away soon. Remember when Bud Light, the whole thing happened? Kid Rock shot up a bunch in his back. It was super cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And Budweiser lost some market share, so they were like, "Hey, we need to like do something." And they cross-promoted with Harley Davidson. I know I've told you this joke before.
Yeah, it does ring a bell. Yeah.
And so there were Budweiser cans with Harley Davidson logos on them. Well, so I was like, this is crazy. Like, they're trying to, like, hyper-masculine this.
Right, yeah.
So I looked it up. Turns out they have an AFL-CIO can that they're going to put out. They've got a Back of the Blue can that they're going to put out. They even have a Native American chief can they're putting out. Guys, they're putting back together the Village People.
That's pretty good.
And that's as topical as it gets for me because I don't know. I guess I mean I'll riff and joke about, but nothing usually makes it on stage. Like if I have a show, I'd much rather just have things that are evergreen and timeless.
Right.
And
right.
It's just like how fucked up is Andy? But.
Right. And I who am I to speak? I'm not familiar with this guy.
Yeah, no, neither am I. But just the output. I mean, he's a professional. He's a professional comedian, and he's still putting that kind of thing out.
We were talking about before we went on the air. We were talking about some big names that have been in this room.
Yes.
Roy Wood Jr. has been quoted as saying Josh Johnson is the future. So maybe this guy is big. I don't know.
Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna go check him out more.
Yeah.
Here in a little bit. But see, I'm at the point where I actually don't like watching comedy anymore. Because I don't want to get spoiled with like some sort of focaccia fucking or fugazi parallel thought. It's actually not parallel thought. I heard that joke.
Right.
I'm scared. I am scared to do that because I so very much respect other comedians.
Yep, I hear
that
you.
I don't want to even accidentally do that. I've done it. I have, and so I unfortunately don't get to listen to a lot of comedy outside of local comedy.
Right. Yeah, live in the clubs, yeah. Okay. But yeah, because Roy Wood Jr. said that, I actually might check him out myself.
Fucking I am.
Big fan of Roy.
Since you and Roy are so tight.
That's right. Oh, I make sure I tell, anytime we talk about the studio or people that have been in here, I always, Roy Wood came in here, enjoyed it so much that he went and did a set and he came right back.
Dude, it absolutely. That
say a lot.
Ain't nothing to fucking sniff at.
And I'll be totally honest, too. You know, full disclosure, him and Sally seemed to really hit it off more than me. But he still came back. And it was
that's
this
why
room.
He came back. That wasn't for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she has better tits than me. Greg Halverson, come to a Knockem Dead show.
Oh, I've been to a Knockem Dead show.
And he's been
I won the dance-off and
That's right. At Peppercorns.
I performed in one, and then I brought my family to another.
And that restaurant's gone now.
Yeah,
That's
probably going to be an Indian restaurant.
Yeah, true.
Because it's right there in Hicksville by the train station.
In Little India, yeah. But yeah, Knockem Dead, you can see us here at the brokerage in 2 weeks. Bam. September 27th, that's a Friday night at the brokerage in Belmore.
Like half my face.
A fun audience interactive comedic murder mystery show. The theme for this one is a redneck wedding. It's going to be a lot of fun. Which Greg Halverson will not be at, which really kind of sucks.
Huh.
Knockem Dead is performing tomorrow out in Riverhead. And Jeff Bosey will not be with us because he is performing tomorrow night here in the Giggle Room. The No Rhyme Comedy Show. Jeff Bosey and friends. Carla Okerson, Rosie Fiumara, Jonathan Barrios, Ivory Fields, Tom Galati. I forgot Tom's
Jesus
name.
Christ.
Tom Galati, and headline is Ray Goots.
I haven't seen Tom Galati since I saw him at Kalahari in or Great Wolf Lodge. I think it's Kalahari.
Did you bump into?
Yeah, I was sitting there and
funny.
I was like, not having. This is the story of me running into other comedians in the wild. Is like I was angry. I was sitting there like, okay, I'm just gonna fine. We'll do whatever the fuck everybody wants to do, even though it doesn't make any sense. And they're gonna come around to fucking. And all of a sudden it's like Andy Plagainos, and I'm like, who the fuck just said my name? I'm like, oh, Tom, holy shit! Like, so we just like talk briefly. The other time is Kelpie and her boyfriend. This is like Kelpie had been in New York for maybe 2 months.
Okay.
And I'm at Walmart at the self-checkout, and I'm like aggressively fucking pressing the screen. I'm like, just fucking scan the fucking day. And she comes over and she's like, hi, Andy, it's Kelp. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? This is my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, how are you? But I was like so fucking enraged at that moment.
Yeah.
And so it's been a running joke with them of being like, I am so sorry that I was such a dick when we ran into each other in Walmart.
I don't know what we're talking about Jeff and all that. So go to govs.com and go see those shows. All right, but it's also it's an exciting weekend of baseball, ladies and gentlemen, because the Mets.
That's an oxymoron also.
No, it's not.
Exciting in baseball?
The Mets take on the Philadelphia Phillies. They need some Mookie magic. The Mets, this is going to be like the make or break weekend.
I mean, he's kind of old. They're going to put him in there?
I would throw him in there. He can still run. Make or break. They're playing Philadelphia. Philadelphia's been doing kind of crappy, and lately they've been picking it up. Both teams are kind of hot, and the Mets are trying to secure their spot in the postseason. So this is going to be an exciting weekend of Mets baseball.
They're so hot.
That's right.
Phillies is a slut.
Damn straight. So, so let's go Mets this weekend. And screw you, Philly, you sons of bitches.
I feel like whenever you get excited about something with the Mets, that it's going to happen, something has happened, it makes sense. Like, you're happy about it. But usually they fucking let you down.
No. The Mets are their history is so messed up that I'm not affected anymore. I'm used to losing.
Yeah, but I'm not. Maybe you're not affected, but it's like you're like, it's gonna be a big weekend, and be like, well, and Monday's gonna be like, oh, okay, so I mean the Phillies. I said they were getting hot. They were getting hot. And I mean the Mets, they hung in there, but okay, one of the games was terrible.
Yeah, They did a great job, though. Let's hear for the Mets.
That first game,
My worst Mets, for me personally, I was there for the last game at Shea.
My worst Mets is the
last game at Shea, and they were this particular game was going to make or break. It was the last game of the season,
Right.
and it literally was deciding whether they were going to keep going or not. And of course, they lost. So the whole place is like all bummed. But of course, typical Mets fashion, they decide because it's the last game, they decide to have the ceremony.
set the place on fire.
Yeah, right. They should have. They decide to have the ceremony to say goodbye to Shea after the game instead of before the game. So before the game would have set a cool vibe and would have gotten people excited.
Nostalgia and all that.
Right. So
I'm sure they had a package, a video package,
Right.
that really like
a
touched
bunch of
everybody.
old players came.
Sure.
So that would have set a nice energy. But no, let's do it after the game. So now the Mets lost. So everybody's
Well,
just
good
kinda
thing we
like,
spent all that money on this video that nobody's
Right.
ever gonna watch.
Well, most people stayed, but there was no energy. And they're announcing all the old players. They come, they all come out one by one. And Howard Johnson, who was on the '86 Mets, third baseman, shortstop, in 2009 when the Mets were eliminated and we were saying goodbye to Shea, he was the Mets hitting coach.
Oh, right.
So the game's over, but he's now with these former players to come out. And, so the camera's on him as they're announcing him, and you see him, he's just going like this. Like, this poor guy is a part of the current team. He just
like
lost.
he's got to process the loss.
And now he's got to come out. And everybody was feeling it. And everybody was with him. We were like, yeah, we feel the same way. We have no desire to do this anymore. Like, that, to me, sums up the Mets. They just always seem to come up short.
On the other hand, is what I always think of as like a very Yankees moment that I watched on television, but is in my lifetime.
Yeah, I'm talking about stuff that I was actually there for. Yeah,
is Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit?
It was a home run, right?
Right.
Yeah, that guy was perfection.
It
Man.
just was like it's just the best story.
Yeah,
like whatever
absolutely.
the best story is, he's gonna do it.
Well, whatever the best story is, it's something that he did.
Yeah,
that guy really. I think
I will always say the A's that the flip, the flip of the ball to home plate
to get Giambi. Yeah,
that was, and it's so funny because I remember in real time going,
yes,
like everybody else, why the fuck is he there right now?
Yes,
but then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, oh my God, this is the end of this drill. This is the end of this drill.
Yes.
It's nobody ever has to go this far into this drill.
Right.
They went this far at a drill, and this motherfucker knew exactly where to be
right
at the fucking right time.
Most shortstop wouldn't even know. They probably don't even go over it in every spring
That's
training.
what I'm right. There might be a day in spring training where they're like, all right, we're gonna go with the suicide. Like, I'm calling it like the suicide drill. It's like where everything fails, like worst case scenario.
Yeah,
and like everybody should end up pretty much against the backstop. Right. Technically, maybe one person is still at the plate. The catcher or the pitcher or the first baseman, whoever is covering third baseman, whoever is covering home at that point is the only person who is like on the field.
Right.
Everybody else has bailed to make sure if there's an overthrow that there's going to be a recourse. So yeah, that still gives me chills like when it's in a highlight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Film or whatever. I'm just like, and that sense memory of watching it in real time and just being like he just, and it's beautiful because it's television and you only. This is where I appreciate watching television. Like the NFL is better to watch on television, right?
Oh yeah.
Baseball, hockey, much better to be at the game and enjoying it. Yeah. But in here, it made it so much more dramatic because he just suddenly is there.
Yeah.
And flipping the ball. And you're just like...
And well, it didn't... Giambi didn't help himself either. He should have been sliding.
Well, and it's also Giambi is a slow... Like, he was not a fast dude.
Yeah, but he was right there.
If that's anybody else, they've scored. They scored before the ball even gets there.
Yes, true.
So, I that cannot be lost on that.
He probably shouldn't have been sent. Yeah. I have more baseball stuff, but I'm going to read comments first. Kenny Forgione. Hi, Kenny Forgione. Kenny Forgione, Greg Halverson. You guys, we got to set dates. Get you guys back in here. Kenny's going to see the Mets and Philly at Citi Field on the 21st. I hope that game still matters, Kenny. I really do. It's the Mets. They always let us down, says Greg. From there, I like to keep my eye on the mound while watching women's baseball. Tony said the same thing about when the Mets played the Mariners. Yes, I did. He's right. I remember when Shea Stadium got redone, my grandfather took me to watch paint dry. Oh, yeah. Kenny Ford Jones at Game 6 in 86. Mookie, baby. Game 6.
That's lovely that you have a game.
That's right.
To look back at with.
2. Game 6 and then Game 7 when they won.
2 games.
Yeah, 2 games.
2 games.
Well, no, that's not true. They won in 69. So they won the World Series. I wasn't born yet, but no, there's plenty of great Met games.
Actually, 69 is how you were born.
Well,
part of it.
Yeah, it may have started it.
The opening salvo.
So, now you got me thinking. So that would have been October?
Oh, I thought you were thinking about your parents' 69.
No, November, December, January, March, April.
Was that
so no? So it wasn't celebrating the Mets because it's only 5 months later.
That's I always like to think about like if there's like a bunch of
6 months later. Sorry.
Like people that I know who are born in a certain. There's certain days that's like there's on Facebook. There's like 6 to 8 people all share the same birthday.
Oh, sure.
That I know, and like if you do the math, a lot of the times it comes back to like I think I'm a Valentine's.
Right. Yes, Valentine's and Woodstock.
Like right around that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the blizzard in '77.
Yes.
Things like that. Like these little bumps. Or you can figure it out and be like, hey, Christmas was fun, huh?
Right. All right. So, so I have another baseball story.
But it's even better when it's like Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Wow, your parents are really into wood, huh?
That's a Naked Gun. Not here tomorrow due to Arbor Day. Oh, yes.
I can't. I'm busy. It's Arbor Day.
Hey, nice beaver.
Thanks. I just had it stuffed. I have to because it's the cycle.
Oh yeah.
It's raw sewage. I've been swimming in it. I love it. I said I love it.
Oh my goodness. All right, so here's my other baseball story today, and this actually kind of shocked me. The Milwaukee Twins. The Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, the Minnesota Brewers.
The Minnesota Twins released a minor league catcher. His name is Derek Bender. They released this catcher, Derek Bender, because because apparently they were the other team they were playing. They were playing they were playing another team, and when the batters came up to the plate, this guy he was catching. He was telling the batters what pitch was coming. And this game eliminated his team, the catcher, Derek Bender. This game eliminated his team from Florida State League contention. The Fort Myers Mighty Muscles. Jesus. That's the name of the team. It's a Twins low A affiliate, so it's like really minor league.
And Paragon in the penis euphemism. I now want to get a jersey. I hope it says Love Muscle or whatever the fuck it was.
The Mighty Muscle. That's what I'm going to do tonight with Lisa. I'm going to go. You may now have for your birthday the Mighty Muscle. It's Lisa's birthday. I was getting to that too. I didn't forget. So they were battling the Lakeland Flying Tigers on September 6th in the second game of a doubleheader when Bender told multiple opposing hitters the exact pitch that was coming.
Maybe he had dinner reservations.
The Flying Tigers scored 4 runs in the second inning, won the game 6-0 to eliminate the Mighty Muscles from playoff contention. Fort Myers coaches were informed that Bender's self-inflicting pitch tipping by Lakeland coaches after the game. Bender told his teammates, when they all found out about it, he admitted to it, and said, well, I wanted the season to be over. So they released his ass.
Well, I mean, don't be in the position where one insane fucking prick has that kind of control over your season.
Well, how do you avoid that? I mean, especially if you don't know that's going on until after.
Having one more before.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
That's like you can always do better. kind of
Right,
thing.
yes.
And I'm trying to be positive and get silver lining stuff out of it.
But I'm just floored by that. Like, the whole reason you get into baseball is so that you can win and make a good living and win the championship. Like, this guy, like, why are you in baseball?
Maybe he had a vacation planned. His parents were paying for Disney World or something.
Mom, Dad, put don't schedule it for October in case we make the playoffs. Right after the playoffs, it's winter. There's no baseball.
Right.
We can go down south.
I get you. I just, like they often say it when an ump is just like calling a million strikes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all over the place. Like, that guy's got dinner reservations.
Oh, yeah,
for
without a
sure.
doubt. Steak dinner. Ann Ruffney, my first baseball game was in the late 60s. Dodger Stadium. Phillies beat the Dodgers 6-5. I love being I've been loving a good ball game since. Sorry about that. Yeah, but are you originally from? No, you went to Dodger Stadium.
Florida.
She's
California.
Right. So we don't want to talk about how much you enjoyed the Phillies winning. We don't want to talk about it.
Well, I bet you she's a Dodgers fan.
Yeah, and I hope she is. But she's still talking about how much fun she enjoyed seeing the Phillies beat the Dodgers. I don't want to hear about the Phillies winning anything right now because the Mets have to beat them up this weekend.
I want to hear about the Phillies beating off other people.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the Phillies' wives, maybe.
So hot.
All right, what else? Do I have anything else?
Have you seen that Bryce Harper hunk?
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at that.
Because he's hot.
I'm glad you think so.
Well, here's a kind of an old one. I want to wear Bryce Harper's balls like a goatee. Picture it.
No.
Maybe.
And she says, yes, love my Dodgers.
Nice.
Good.
Just like Monique from Better Off Dead. Because Cusack's character, Lane Meyer, brings her to the Dodger Stadium.
Was it Dodger Stadium?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That was, I recently saw it. The girls watch. Charlotte loved Better Off Dead.
Zach loved it too, and I showed it to him.
And I mean, it is kind of like crazily like not of this time. So there is much about it that is alien.
We were just talking about it on Hershey and the Keys the other night because Ricky from Better Off Dead is Dan Snyder, the guy who got in trouble with Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And
Ricky, I'm real sorry that your mom blew up.
That's one of my favorite lines of any movie ever.
Well, my favorite line in that movie, and it's low key, it's an exchange. It's where they're in the cafeteria, and the cheerleader who dates the entire basketball team,
right.
she's on roller skates,
yes.
and she goes into the line. And then he grabs somebody's skates and goes in, and he's like can barely skate. And he goes, as they're going along the line, he goes, "Hey, I was thinking, I skate, you skate. I was thinking maybe sometime." And she's like, "You're a jerk."
I love that.
That
movie.
to me is like one of the funniest moments, low key funniest moments in that whole movie.
The woman who played Ricky's mother, who I never saw in any other movie.
Yes, she is in One Crazy Summer, which is not the sequel, but it's the second movie of the Savage Steve Holland trilogy.
I'm not even sure what word you just said.
Savage Steve Holland is the writer-director of Better Off Dead and One Crazy Summer.
I'm not familiar with one. I've never heard of One Crazy Summer.
Oh, it's another John Cusack movie. It's a summer. You have
Is it funny
your
like
assignment?
that?
It is like it's not as like raw and new as Better Off Dead. A lot of the same type of jokes happen.
Okay.
And that woman plays a crossing guard at the beginning of the movie. And actually, it's supposed to take place on Long Island.
Oh, wow.
I believe all of the Savage Steve Holland stuff is except for, of course, it was in California with Dodger Stadium.
Right.
But it's like they have to take a boat, and he doesn't like being on boats. But
I'll have to check it out.
One of the characters, like his zany best friend, has a younger sister who's got a dog who's like got a collar, the cone of shame throughout like most of it. And he's an ugly dog or whatever, and these two little girls like making fun of the dog, and she's the crossing guard, and the crossing guard, she's very sweet to the little girl and her dog. It's like, oh, you guys have a great summer. Like, it's so fucking funny.
That's exactly what I love about
And then
her.
those girls come along and scare away the dog. And the woman goes, someday, if you make faces like that, somebody can slap you on the back and your face will stay that way. And it happens, right?
Oh, that's funny.
The dog is just like there in like an alley, and they're like, and all of a sudden the little girl comes up behind him, is like, whap.
And their
And
faces are
for
stuck.
the rest of the movie, their faces are stuck like that.
That's
and they're
great.
not like main characters. They just sort of like every now and then are like,
just see them.
and people are like, scream and run away from them. It is, please, you've done yourself a disservice by not seeing.
Oh, no, I'll check it out.
One
'cause I
Crazy
love Better
Summer.
Off Dead. And
Bobcat
that woman-
Goldthwait is in it.
Oh, okay.
Then there's a guy, Tom something or other. You know, the guy who kind of talks like this. He was on Saturday Night Live for a while. He's like a tall, almost like, always plays like kind of like a dummy. He was in Stripes. See
Okay.
One Crazy Summer, you're
Yeah,
going to fucking
I'll see
love it.
But that's one of the reasons I love Better Off Dead. That woman, she's so funny in that movie. And Lisa and I crack up every time. She's like, they're speaking the universal language. And everybody's like, love. Just the way she said
Love.
it. Love.
Language
Oh,
of love.
So funny. So funny.
Oh, you got some moonshine you were holding out on me.
Right. All right. Just about time for us to go. And speaking of, I mentioned me and Lisa love this movie. I just wanted to wish Lisa a happy birthday today. Lisa, today is her birthday. We're going out to dinner, but then we have Sammy's basketball, so we're not getting out to dinner long. But
Dinner and a game. Yeah.
But on Monday night, I'm taking her to see ELO. That's her birthday present, to see ELO.
What punishment, and what did she do?
ELO is awesome.
Just fuck with it, yeah.
There she is back in 1983 or 4 with Michael
God,
Jackson.
she's so black. Is that a bow tie? Is she wearing a bow tie?
Oh, that's funny. And she still has the autograph somewhere. But yeah, so happy birthday to my better half, Lisa. Should I say her age? No, I don't know.
Nah, just you err on the side of fucking
just in
whatever.
case, yeah.
Better for her to be going, man, I don't care if you say it, than I can't believe you fucking said that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Very true. All right. And and once again, let me remind you guys that the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit, we're having a yard sale tomorrow. We were supposed to be last week, but it rained out. So we've had some nice items donated to us, and now we're selling them in a yard sale. All the proceeds go to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. So we thank you guys for the support there. Have a great weekend, says Ann. See you on the next one. Thank you. You enjoy your weekend too. And I want to thank John Rusiello. I mentioned it yesterday, but I'll mention it again today. John Rusiello and his lovely wife Dawn, they donated $100 to the Special Needs Unit,
sweet.
which was very nice of them since they're not in the area to enjoy the garage sale. All right. So yeah, that's tomorrow from starting at 10 a.m. Probably going to around 2:30. All right. Don't forget Jeff Bosey's show tomorrow night at the Giggle Room, in the Giggle Room. Also this weekend on a Governor's stage. T.J. Miller will be here. Robert Hansen in the Giggle Room. Canal Aurora, Daniel Torado, and Billy Geyer. Just some of the names you'll see on the Governor's stage.
Oh, yeah,
this week.
McGuire's tomorrow night.
Yep.
Late show.
Don't forget Knockem Dead Comedy at the Brokerage September 27th, doing a murder mystery. The very next night, you'll see us here in the Giga Room doing a trivia show. And, of course, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, October 5th, presents the Down and Outs in the Giga Room. And then we present Clash of the Boroughs, Staten Island and Astoria, with Mike Picchetti and Friends, headlined by Greg Kritikos. And then, of course, another murder mystery with Knockem Dead Comedy at McGuire's in December. Go to govs.com to make your reservations to all these great shows and to see these comedians this weekend. And, of course, Andy.
Check my socials. I don't have any Governor shows coming up in the short term, but I'll probably be there a Saturday night hanging out, seeing my boys.
That's right. So there you go. Govs.com, knockemdeadcomedy.com. Check them both out. And that's it. We are not here this weekend. I do believe next weekend when Tom Green is in town. I'm pretty sure Don and I are going to get in here for that weekend.
Rock and roll. Do you mind? I swear I won't show up with any kind of
substance
inebriation.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Of course. Let me read the rest of these comments and then we'll get out of here. Again, off topic, says Fremder. Next time around, movie fans, see Hans Zimmer at the Garden. Amazing show. Played all the scores from Dark Knight Trilogy, Dune, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lion King, Man of Steel,
Caribbean.
007. And what about Axel Foley? Did he play Axel F? Remember he did that one too? Ann says happy birthday, Lisa. Thank you. Greg says happy birthday, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, there's Bosie. Afternoon, ladies. Have a great day. You too, pal. We've been pushing your show. Fremder, have a good one, everyone. Be well and stay funny. Greg Halverson. Also check out Angel Breath at Bacca and Lindenhurst, starring Valerie Stazzoni. Opens tonight. Valerie Stazzone was here with Greg last time Greg was here. She's a wonderful actress and a lot of fun. So she's in a play at the Bacca. Bacca stands for Babylon Arts Center Arts.
Assholes.
It's a theater in Babylon. So go see it. And then Jeff Bosey says
Bacca, short for Bacchanalia.
Well, that's what you say every night.
It's a callback.
Bacchanalia.
Bacchanalia. It's a callback to the Olympics. But anyway.
All right, we're out of here. Jersey Stench coming at you in a half hour, and then Don Sill. Oh, and my apologies to Don Sill. I've been saying all week his guest is John LaRocchia for Donversations this week.
Yeah.
That was last week.
Ah.
His guest tonight is Steve Sabo.
Cool.
All right, we're out. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and